I almost see this as like him picturing his legacy. When he says being immortalized, it's the zenith of I did everything I set out for, spoke to the culture and done what I can in terms of the plight of black people and the things that I guess he would like his art to do, and then becoming immortalized in some way. When he says 3 angels watching me all the time, I have a feeling that might have something to do with people he's lost. Like, I know that there are a few like really close people to him that he lost along the way, cousin, friend, and obviously other people that they're watching him all the time.
Kill my homeboy and God spared your life. Dumb criminal got indicted same night.
You ran outside when you heard my brother cry for help, but the type of bullet that stuck had went against his will.
Bitch, all my grandma's dead, so ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head. I don't give a fuck about no politics and rap, my nigga. I little homies done a deuce, ain't never coming back, my nigga. I get emotional about life. The lost ones keeping me up at night.
Couldn't stop the bleeding for real. Then he died, God himself, and said you fucking failed. You ain't tried.
And then he says, tell me who gonna stop me. I come from love. And that's the thing. It's like a conversation with his God and him looking after his kids. That's what matters to him. That's his peace. So he knows that where he's coming from with this beef or with whatever he's doing is rooted in love. For lack of a better term, he's doing it for the right reasons. Who could stop me on that basis? Let's say there's 2 versions of events, so you're telling the truth. And you know that you'll be happy to routinely tell that truth is where you're coming from. There's no motives. This is just what it is. I'm very happy to keep telling it exactly how it is. And who's going to stop me? I liken it to something like that.
Estelle covered my heart. Kendrick channels the spirit of Estelle Oliver, a lost family member, possibly Kendrick's grandmother. Maybe this is one of the angels he's talking about.
Makes sense, man. And he mentions his grandmother's spirit.
I was 9 when they put Lamont in the grave. Heartbroken when Estelle didn't say goodbye. Chad left his body after we FaceTime.
He also commemorated her in a 2022 Coachella performance, having her name written as a stem of a rose on his custom boots. Yes.
So deep, man.
Remember when I picked up a pair of lyrics that I could trust, a timid soul, stare in the mirror, asking where I was from. Often, I know this type of power is going to cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art. Like, you know, I didn't know what a circadian rhythm was before this.
I know what a circadian rhythm is, but what is he saying? Like, his body is tuned to, like, the rhythms of a shooting star. What do you even mean by that, Kendrick?
What the fuck was that?
I know this type of power is going to cost. I know what the costs are for who I am, for, you know, this perceived power. I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. Like, what? Like, my mental, like, I'm just somewhere else with it. I'm not from here. Like, I'm tuned to something different. What the music does, it feels heavenly, it feels spiritual, it feels like out of body, that build up. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can hear and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart, and then it drops back into that.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on X.
Oh my goodness. I swear, like, a tale of 2 tracks. I'm going to fully expose myself, my fears, my truths. He literally mentioned everything that matters to him. Everything that is, like, makes him who he is. And then he just lines it up with, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. And now we can get back to the diss. Just insane levels of self-belief, whilst also very much acknowledging that, you know, I could lose.
And it's something that you rarely see in rap. There's pretty much like no ego, which is wild because he's saying some grandiose things. It comes across not egotistical, almost like a bit scripture, almost a bit religious. Circadian rhythm is like of a shooting star. You hear that, you're like, whoa, it just blows my mind a little bit. Like, what are you saying? Like, what do you mean? It doesn't come off like ego. The industry is cooked, but I'll pick the carcass apart, saying it how it is, and he's taking his pickings. It's odd, man. Like, someone else could say similar things, and it would almost come across, oh, you know, you're a bit full of yourself. You know what I mean? For some reason, it doesn't come off like that at all.
That's really interesting. I genuinely think it works that way, because he is so balanced. He's done songs about having money. He's done songs about walking past a homeless man and that homeless man actually being God. And a song about wanting to get with Shireen, trying to hit up this girl because he's just trying to fuck everything. He speaks about being fearful all of his life from 7 to 17 to 27. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think we know everything about Kendrick that there is to know. But in terms of showing all of the sides and the elements that make everyone like a human, you have a carnal nature, you have sometimes wicked intentions, you know, you have sometimes the best intentions. Sometimes you're the winner, sometimes you're the loser, sometimes you're the cheater, sometimes you get cheated on, sometimes you're broke, sometimes you're rich. He just covers it all. There's never been really a level of superficiality, only if that was, I guess, the intention. But even that, bro, like, there's no Kendrick song you can show me where there isn't philosophy involved. Like, he's a philosopher, this guy.